Alrighty, guys. Last but not least, we have Mike Harley. Mike, how you doing today?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. How y'all doing?
Great. Thank you very much. We're going to go right into questions for you, Mike, and we're going to start with David Lake from Inside the U. David, if you had a question for Mike.
Yeah, Mike, I want to ask you about just Friday's scrimmage. Seemed like the offense had a good day, and specifically De'Aaron King. You know, how comfortable is he looking running this offense right now?
He looked real comfortable. He take everything he learned from the classroom, take it to the field. He's just being that great leader he's been since day one, and we all we follow his lead.
Mike, we're going to go to Susan Miller-Degnan at the Miami Herald. Susan, if you had a question for Mike.
Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
Good. So you're a senior now. How do you expect this opener to feel for you? And I wanted to ask you about running the, being in the spread. How, what possibilities does the spread present for receivers in the offense in general? What will fans see that excite them? How much fun do you think it'll be?
Yeah, this new offense, it's just one-on-one, when you battle, out tough your opponent, mentally and physically. And this really offense is just for like one guy to set the tone, one play at a time, make that play. And it's a great feeling knowing this. I'm a senior and this might can be my last opener at the Hard Rock. And it's a great feeling, so I'm ready for it. Just waiting until 8 o'clock Thursday.
Okay, thanks.
Alrighty. Mike, we're going to go to Chris Stock at Inside the U. Chris, if you had a question for Mike.
Mike, when you're lined up there in the slot, can you maybe walk me through maybe some of the challenges and maybe evaluating a defense and what you're looking at? It's a position you've played for a little bit now. Just maybe what that's like. You're trying to be effective there.
Trying to be effective. Basically, just see the coverage, see what coverage they're running. Look at King. He might give me a check off or not. And just the game plan that we've been practicing on Green Tree is going to work in the game. So, only thing I say, just watch the game and the offense come alive.
Mike, we're going to go to Gary Furman at Canesport. Gary, if you had a question.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? So this is your fourth year. This is the third offense that you've had to learn and play under. Talk a little bit about what that's been like for you, and the older guys like yourself to have to adjust to changing systems and put in extra time learning new playbooks and things like that.
I mean, it's a process with everything. Just like you can go, God bless me to go to the next level. It can be the same way. I got to learn 3 offenses in the next 3 years. I'm in the NFL, but this offense more smooth, easier to learn. A lot of guys, once they learn, they play fast, and once you play fast, you have your confidence. For the young guys and the older guys. So I
just
feel
as
like,
a quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I was just going to say, just as a quick follow, has it been smooth? Are there still mental errors in practice, guys busting assignments, or has everybody picked it up pretty well?
Yeah, everyone picked it up pretty well. No bus assignment, no MAs. We've been doing this since spring, and then spring got canceled, came in, and we just doing it since day one camp. Everyone's up to par. I won't say no buses, no MAs. Little critical errors. Shorten depth on route. That's about it. But we all locked in. We all ready to go.
Awesome. Mike, we got time for a couple more. We're going to go to Chris Perkins at Sports Illustrated. Chris, if you had a question for Mike.
Hey, Mike, I know you've caught passes from a number of quarterbacks in your career, and I'm wondering what's different about De'Aaron. I mean, do his passes come in harder or softer? Does the ball spin a little bit more? And along those lines, what are things that receivers and quarterbacks have to work out, like ball placement and timing and things along those lines?
All the quarterbacks I played with at they're great quarterbacks because, they're the starter for a reason. De'Aaron King, I could say we have the advantage on every quarterback I play with. We have chemistry. This is probably my senior year with King. This is probably the closest I've ever been with a quarterback, on and off the field. And talking about football related, stand out to practice, getting extra routes. If it's an overthrown ball in the beginning of practice, we stand out to practice, working on that rep. Communicating more, and him just being a leader and me following, me being a leader and him following. It's just the chemistry, the bond. And, you know, he's a quarterback. He got a great arm. So.
Is there anything different about his pass? And I'm not asking you to put down any other quarterbacks, but anything stand out to about his passes or no?
I mean, he's a quarterback. Shoot, every quarterback ball comes the same. I don't see no different. I just got to catch the ball.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Awesome. Mike, this is the last one. This is David Wilson from the Miami Herald. David, if you had a question for Mike.
Hey, Mike. On the depth chart we saw yesterday, I think every listed starter is a redshirt sophomore or older. A pretty stark difference from last year where you guys were starting a lot of freshmen, a lot of true sophomores. How important do you think that is to the potential success of the team this year, having such a veteran-laden group?
Yeah, a lot of guys have experience. You know, half of the guys, you know, starters started, you know, last year, and, you know, half of the guys that's starting now, they played in college games. So everyone knows the feeling. You know, we didn't play a game since December, but, you know, everyone knows the feeling. Everyone knows how to play, how to control their emotions and stuff, you know, when it's game time situations. And just know down the distance, you know, just everyone that's starting, they know football. So, you know, coaches put everyone in the right position to, you know, get the W Thursday and for in the season.
Awesome. Mike, thanks for spending a few minutes with us today, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon. Good luck on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.